let's do this for those people who weren't here. For those people especially who weren't here, pay attention. Ezra, thank you. So you're going to use these three fingers to represent. Now we've got a way of remembering. This represents the field. So you try to pull these two fingers apart like this. Everybody. Just ready? This is our field. Those fingers are our current. So to represent current, you can go as if you're in shock. Do this. Current. Shock yourself. Shock yourself. Okay. And then do this. These represent the way the motor turns, otherwise known as your thrust. Now the way that they usually remember it, and this video will be here, is this is the forefinger represents the field. Forefinger, field. The thumb, TH, is the thrust, TH, thrust. And the second finger, second, C-O-N, conductor. So this is the conventional current. So thrust, field, forefinger, second finger, the conductor. That's the way they normally teach it. Now, the next thing you've got to know is the left hand stands for your motor. The right hand stands for your generator. Remember, a motor and a generator are exactly the same appliance. This appliance, if I turn it, becomes a generator. If I apply a battery to it, it becomes a motor. So, let's pretend this is attached to a battery. Okay. So it's attached to a battery. Please, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Let's not chat. Let's pay. At the battery too? Thank you. So now we've attached a battery to it. What they are going to ask you is, now you've got to work out which is the positive and which is the negative side of the battery. Which is positive? The long one, the way we remember it is if you take a long one, you split it in half, you get a plus. So the long one is the plus. So now we know there's the plus. The short one looks like a minus if you just turn it on its side. Now we know the next thing is conventional current flows from positive to negative. So that's the direction it's flowing around. So what is the question going to be? What is the direction of the thrust? Does it turn clockwise or anti? So we look, we see what is the input. Is it mechanical energy or is it electrical? It's electrical. So therefore must be a generator or motor. I put this battery in, therefore I got a motor. So now I take which hand if it's a motor? Left hand. I organize my fingers at 3 different planes. Now I say the current is flowing in that direction because it goes from positive, goes from here, this is the brush, through the commutator, and then it's flowing in that direction there. So that's the current. This finger is the field. So I know the current, I know the field. Which direction do I point this finger? North to south. Let's just see. So that's pointing north to south. This is in the direction. So which direction is my thrust? Down. So my thrust is going to be that way. Let's do it here. Now the current is flowing in that direction. The field is in that direction. So this must be up. Any questions? Everybody got that?
So, what is the first thing you look at?
Just say that a bit louder.
So, you're trying to figure out the direction and things. What is the first thing you look
The question is, in what direction does it rotate? Normally it gets a bit bigger as it comes towards you, and they draw it somewhat like that. So it looks like it's going into the board. It's lying flat, horizontally. Another way they can represent it is like this. What would we put there if the current is going in this direction? What would we put in that circle? An X or a dot? The back is going, we would see the back of the current, and here the current is coming towards us, we would see the tip of an arrow.
That doesn't get used in the exam.
Both ways are possible. So, but that is as if it's looking, if you're looking at the two wires coming towards and away from you. Got a question?
So, you answer my question.
What is your question?
So, I said, when you do this, what's the first thing you look at? So, to know direction and things. What you first look at, the thrust or what?
What is the? Did someone?
They'll give you the dot.
They're going to give you two of the three, and you've got to work out the third. Have I given you two here? North and south? Current direction, you've got to work out thrust. They're going to give you two of the three, and you've got to work out the third one. They may not give you always that you've got to work out the thrust. They could give you the thrust, and you may have to, and they may not leave out the direction of the magnet, so you might have to work out the magnetic field. Now, if this were a generator, which hand would we take? What would I have to eliminate from this diagram? What would I eliminate from this diagram if it were a generator? It would not have a battery, but it would have a thrust, because the thrust is what our input is. Let's say that our thrust is in that direction. There's our magnet. The question is going to be, okay, so that, now the question is going to be, what is the direction of the induced current? Is it A, B, C, D, or is it D, C, B, A? So if it's a generator, it's going to generate a current. But we're going to give it a thrust. So what's going to be given if it's a generator? The direction of the thrust. It's turning clockwise. What hand do we take? Generator, the right hand generator rule. We're given two of these, north to south, pointed in the correct direction. North to south. Anyone unclear about, first of all, if it's a generator, take the right hand. Take this finger is going to be your direction that it's going to feel. Now they give us the thrust. Here it's up. So now, where is this pointing? Is it pointing into the board or out of the board? Therefore, that's the direction. So now it's going in the direction A, B, C. Let's make it more difficult. Let's change this from south to north. And we still keep the thrust the same. What hand are we going to take? Right hand, because this is a generator, because it gives you thrust in. Now we take this forefinger, we point it that direction. The thrust is down, so on this side it's down, on this side it's up. So now we have to reverse those. Did you see that? Now it is a dot here, and across there. Can everyone see that? So those they also ask you, but it's only worth 1 mark.